The new Call of Duty game came out recently and I've been playing it a lot. I started with grinding out camos, but stopped pushing so hard. Stick around to find out why. The reason is a big one and I think many of the players feel that way too. If not, then you can roast me in the comments down below. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It's free and you can always unsubscribe later. Now let's get back to the video. First and foremost, let's get the worst thing about this game out of the way. I'm talking about the campaign. You know the campaign is horrendous when even the hardcore fanboys are saying it's bad. And it is. Many people are saying that the game is bad because it's only 3 hours long. Well, I don't mind the campaign being 3 hours long. I think many of the Call of Duty games were of that length. The main reason for it being so bad and being rated as the worst Call of Duty campaign is the lack of effort they took to make it. They just copy and pasted the Warzone maps for most of the missions. It sounded cool, the idea of an open-world CoD campaign mission, but in reality it was one of the worst experiences I had. Plus the AI for some reason had no idea what they were doing. I can run past all of them and they won't even look at my direction until I shoot them. This story I can bet money on has been written by ChatGPT. No one can write a worse story than this one. I won't spoil it in case any one of you might want to torture yourself and buy it. I will say one thing though. Makarov has a new baby face, which makes him look like a bratty child of a gangster rather than a villain. Every single thing about the campaign screams like a DLC. I cannot imagine that a billion-dollar company could approve something like this as a full-fledged game. I think that this was the DLC they promised with the launch of Modern Warfare 2, and they realized that they made a lot of changes that were originally there to begin with, and finally decided to call it Modern Warfare 3. Now they can sell this $5 worth of campaign for $70. IGN gave this game a 4-star. Before playing the campaign, I thought that this won't be that bad. After playing it, I thought that IGN was being generous with the 4 rating. It's that bad. I mean, if you want to end terrorism, put all of them in a room and make them play this game. I swear everyone would beg for mercy and stop doing anything bad after witnessing this horror of a campaign. Those 3 hours of my life that I will never get back would be the biggest regret of my life. Ah, that felt nice. Letting all of that steam out, I wanted to get this out of my system, but I waited to play the multiplayer to give my review. Because CoD, in its core, has always been focused on its multiplayer. That's always been their best part. Although last year's Modern Warfare 2 was one of the worst of all time, it was still better than most of the competition. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the multiplayer. It's a big improvement from the previous title. That it alone might be what saves this year's Call of Duty. The core mechanics are good and makes me want to keep playing more. And when I first played it, I played it for like 8 hours straight. I know that might not be a lot for some of the hardcore gamers, but it's a lot for me. I was playing non-stop. I even had lunch and dinner at my desk, which I have done only if I had work that needed to be finished tomorrow. So that's a great sign for Call of Duty, and it should be. This is what Modern Warfare 2 should have been. We have Modern Warfare 2 maps, the original Modern Warfare 2, not the 2022 one. They really aimed for nostalgia this time around. So we had 2 nostalgic games within a week. One with OG Fortnite, bringing back Season 1 maps and stuff, and the other with the CoD Modern Warfare 2 maps. Seeing those maps with updated graphics was so good. I didn't think that I would feel anything playing these maps because I didn't play much at the time. And also I thought that I would hardly remember any of it. But after playing 1 or 2 maps, everything came back. That was kind of cool. Now let's talk about some of the core mechanics. They added slide cancel, which they took out from Modern Warfare 1 and then reintroduced. So they corrected their own errors. I won't give props to them for that because they made the mistake of removing it in the first place. What I will give them props for though is that the movement feels really good. It feels fast and smooth, which I like a lot. Ah yes, one of the most useless update in my opinion they made is the tactical stance. I don't understand its purpose. I don't understand why anyone would use it. And when you slide, it automatically goes into that stance and goes back to normal when you slide cancel, making it very difficult to keep focus because of all the moving bits and pieces. Nobody uses it as far as I know, except for the useless challenge we have to complete for the gold camo grind. There is a challenge to unlock one of the camos in which you have to get a certain amount of kills with the tactical stance. Again, Call of Duty just assumes that this would be useful and fun when in reality it isn't. Okay, that was mostly positive, right? This game, if you want to play only multiplayer, is fun and great, right? All the wrongs have been fixed, the core mechanics are nice, and the maps are great. Well, you can't be further away from the truth. When I said the multiplayer was nice, I was thinking of the nostalgia of playing a 2009 CoD game. I also want to say something that may not be relevant to many of you. First, let me remind you that this is a billion-dollar company. Now, take a look at this. The red dots on the map are the server locations for this game. The US has more servers than all of Asia. Not even that, the West US has more servers than all of Asia. How is CoD operating like this? Due to this, many of the players face server lag issues. That can be mitigated if all the players in the lobby have the same amount of latency or at least have close enough latency. But no, Call of Duty matches you with someone with 3 or 4 ping, while the player not from those server countries will have 120 plus millisecond ping. I think the requirements for getting hired at this company is that you must not have a brain. That has to be the only reason. If you don't want to spend more money on new server locations, then at least match people with similar ping. This joke of a company first copy-pastes Warzone map in a campaign because they don't want to spend money, releases this DLC as a new game with a $70 price tag, and now don't even care about anyone that does not live either in the US or in Europe. Now let's take a look at some more useless stuff they have put because all they have is brain-dead people working at this company. First is the new armory system. What is that? Who thought that this would be a good idea? I mean, I know everyone working at CoD are stupid, but even a brain-dead person would be able to recognize that this system is one of the worst systems ever made, and I'm including microtransactions and loot boxes. You reach level 55, which is the highest level you can reach in Modern Warfare 3. Well, good job. Now do these useless armory challenges to unlock stuff. Why are we even leveling up then? What's the point? There is none. Because as I said, brain-dead people working at CoD. The armory system is bad. And that is not just my opinion. Many of the pros and players have said so themselves. Let's see what this is actually. You have 3 challenges every day, the daily challenges. You will need to complete either 3, 5 or 8 of these challenges to unlock whatever item you want from the armory, be it a gun, an attachment or a kill streak. If you only get 3 daily challenges per day, then how do we unlock the ones which require 8? Well, for that we have to win matches in either normal or hardcore matches. Each win grants you 1 point towards the armory challenge. You can also do the zombies challenges, which are separate from the multiplayer ones. So basically every day you will have 6 challenges to complete. So even if you complete all the multiplayer and zombies challenges, you won't still be able to unlock the items from the armory, which requires 8 challenges. I mean, at this point it's useless for me to say anything. If they want to degrade their game this way, it's their choice. It's sad to see what they have become. Good thing that Valorant and CS2 and other games are overtaking this one. Finally, I want to talk about the maps. All they are good for is to provide nostalgia. For those who have never played the original Modern Warfare 2, these maps will not be very enjoyable. After the first day, when the nostalgia hit was over, I realized that these maps were not that good to play. They were not as bad as some of the maps in Modern Warfare 2, but they were not that good either. When you load into Derail and encounter all the snipers hiding under the bridge or in their spawn, you realize why no one wanted to play that map. There are some good maps there, but after the initial hit of nostalgia is over, you get bored because you have played those maps maybe more than 100 times already. The new updated graphics looks good though. If you think about it, we are paying $70 for 0 new content. Wow, now that's a scam right there. Well, if you want a mediocre game which is not good in any way, shape or form, then this game is for you. If you just want to play with your friends and have some fun for some time, then this game is good. The gameplay is nice, but everything else is awful. Compared to Modern Warfare 2 and Vanguard, yeah, it is better. Any game is better than those two. I can make a better game in one day using MS Paint than those two. So being better than Modern Warfare 2 is not a great achievement. They introduced all the good mechanics, which were for some reason removed from the previous titles. Anyway, that was my complete honest review of the game. This is what I actually think of this game. I have not played enough zombies to comment on that, so I won't. People are saying that it is good, but I will have to play more to find out. Modern Warfare 3, the complete waste of $70. The campaign being the biggest regret of my life. If you like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, hit that like button if you agree with me. If not, comment down below what points was I wrong about. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.